Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is Mike Brown here with Remax in Toronto. Hang on a moment. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is Mike Brown here with Remax in Toronto. Got a bit of a tranquility scene here behind me. Yeah, another year has come and gone for the Maple Leafs. What are you going to do?
It makes me crazy!
Anyhow, as the title of the video says, 4K, 8K, 10K. No, we're not talking about resolution and flat screen televisions. Well, we're actually referring to inventory levels in three of the sort of major segments of the real estate market: the freehold in Toronto, the condo in Toronto, and the rental in Toronto. We are quickly approaching the 2-year anniversary of this channel, back June 1st of 2023. My statement when I started this channel is that inventory affects the market, just like interest rates and just like the political environment and economic issues outside of real estate. But the inventory, for me as a realtor, you got to key in on that. That's a real tell as to whether or not the market favors the buyer or the seller, and just by how much it does. So today, I thought it'd be interesting to look back at the inventory numbers June 1st of 2023 for the freehold market in Toronto, the condo market in Toronto, and the rental market in Toronto, and we can then sort of surmise how we got here. So, June 1st of 2023, the freehold inventory in the city of Toronto was hovering around 1,950 homes. Well, just like the title of the video says, we've exceeded 4K. We're actually at 4,180 as we speak. And again, I suspect this inventory will likely rise for another 30 days or so till the kids are out of school. Toronto condos. Oh, this is interesting. 3,780 June 1st of 2023. Now, I'm taking a bit of a liberty. We haven't quite exceeded 8K yet, but we are at 7,950, and I'm pretty confident in the next day or two. Today's Tuesday, the 26th of May, 27th. I'm pretty confident in the next week or so we're going to exceed that 8K. The rental inventory. Well, we know rents are heading down and it's tough on investors now. Here's why it's so tough. The rental inventory, June 1st of 2023, in the 416 for condo and freehold was 3,650. We're at 9,920 right now. So again, 80 below 10K, but we're going to get there. And I think that's going to continue to rise throughout the year. Just how high we go is really anybody's guess. So, without further delay, let's get a look at that very specific inventory story for this 2-week period. And when we come back, I'm going to tell you a little tale of my most recent experience with one of my sales and how it kind of surprised me. So, let's get a look at that inventory story. So my most recent real estate tale. In the last video, I'd indicated I was open housing one of my listings on the holiday weekend. It was super busy. We ended up with probably about 60 or 70 groups through in the 2 days, and we had an offer date set for this past Friday where we received 4 offers. 4 offers. And the property did sell in excess of the list price, which we had anticipated. But when I sat down with the sellers about 3.5 weeks ago to sign the documentation and get the process rolling, I said to them, basically, I felt the value was within this $50,000 range. And as it turned out, through the course of competition last Friday night, 3 of the 4 offers kind of hit the low end of that range. And it didn't really surprise me because there's been more inventory that's come to the market since I first, consulted with the client. And it seemed kind of in line with what was happening. And one very recent sale in particular that I thought was a very good comp for this house sold just below the bottom of that range, which is why I was kind of indicating, on Friday evening, perhaps it's as good as it will get. Well, the sellers kind of decided to be optimistic, and they played their cards very close to their chest, and they ended up getting the absolute top of that range, which very much surprised me. Until I found out later that the buyer had actually competed for that property that I used as a comp, and they lost out. So I think at the end of the day, they probably had at least a tiny bit of fear of missing out on this one.
Really?
And it played to the seller's advantage. And we weren't really expecting it, but it was a good outcome for the seller. And again, hopefully for the buyer, if they're going to live in that home, and this home in particular needed a substantial amount of work, they're going to create their dreams and a new reality for themselves in this home, and it'll all work out. But interesting little story. In a market that is really pretty much dominated by buyers, this situation sort of shed light in a different direction. And that is really just the real state of real estate right now, folks. So until the next episode, this is Mike Brown with RE/MAX, uncovering the real state of real estate here in the GTA and Southwestern Ontario.